told my parents I was doing comedy. They were really supportive of me. My dad was like, "That's great, Chris, but you're not that funny." My mom was like, "Oh, I'm sure you'll do fine, honey." And I was like, "Really, Mom? Do you want to come out and see me?" Not really. But tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about what's wrong with America today. You know. You said it, sister. Quick show of hands. How many people in the crowd have an iProduct, an iPod, iPad, iComputer? Alright, so 98% of you. We are a generation of drug addicts, and our drug is stupid technology. Okay? Because, and here's how I'm going to prove it. If someone came up to you on the street, someone you didn't know, came up to you and offered you a first generation iPod with like 2 gigs of memory, would you take it? Yeah. See, there's no correct answer. Because if you say no, then you're a Whitney Houston type drug addict. And if you don't know what that means, when Whitney Houston was interviewed, whether she used crack or not, she stated 2 reasons that she does not use crack. 1, because crack is whack. And 2, because crack is cheap. Not because it's addictive or it will ruin your life. You are those people. Would you ever use an iPad? iPads are cheap. iPads are whack. I want the iPad too. And if you said yes to receiving a free iPod with 2 gigs of memory, you're just like every pothead I know. You know, your dealer calls you, "Hey man, I got that Afghan funk you wanted, but I dropped it in the toilet, and then my dog rolled over it, so it's covered in dog hair and it kind of smells bad, but I'll give it to you for free." And you're on the phone like, "Yeah, I'll take it." You're like, "What kind of dog did you say you had?" "Oh, Labrador, yeah, that's what I thought." Let's see. Another problem with America is it's in businesses not minding their own business. And I didn't know anything about this until like one of my favorite places ever just totally dropped the ball. For those of you that don't know, Chick-fil-A, great chicken sandwiches. Woo! Chick-fil-A is extremely, extremely anti-homosexual. And I tried to ignore it. You know, I like went and I ate the sandwich anyway, and I was halfway through and I was like, "Damn, this chicken sandwich is good. But I can't get over the fact that there's some kid somewhere trying to pray the gay away." So I wrote a letter to Chick-fil-A saying, "Dear Chick-fil-A, I don't really get it. You do know that gay people eat too, right? They don't, they don't go outside. They aren't photosynthetic. They don't go outside in the morning and stand in the sun and go, I'm good." So they're missing a whole market, really, and it's stupid. If I was running Chick-fil-A, I would give money to the anti-anorexia fund. That makes sense. You get people to stop being anorexic, they're going to start eating chicken sandwiches. You're going to make more money. That's how it works. One cool thing that happened was my sister had a baby. Woo. She's 15, so. No, I'm just kidding. But she had a baby and she lives far away now or whatever, so I didn't have to go through like the whole baby alien stage, you know? Babies come out of the womb and they're ugly. And I'm not knocking anybody, I was an ugly baby. My mom told me that my great-grandmother told them to put me back. I apparently wasn't done well enough. But I love my little cousin. I love my little cousin. Or actually, he's my nephew. I'm an idiot. Love him to death. He's like 8 months old now, or 1.5. It's all the same to me. And he will eat anything, and that's cool, you know, because babies aren't really that way. But he'll eat anything, and it was cool right up until I realized when he craps his pants, he doesn't do anything like or like anything like that. He'll crap his pants, and you'll know he did it because he'll look at you. And he'll straighten out his legs, and he'll rock back and forth, and then, and you realize that he just sat in his own shit. And I'm just thankful that I'm not the one cleaning it up, but then I realized that this is the future of America here. These are the children. Another big topic, another big problem in America today is divorce, you know. And people want to tell you that times are different, you know. Times are different. People back then, they stayed together because they thought they had to. No. The problem with America is that America likes to make excuses. And I'm not really into it because my great-grandmother had 13 kids. 13. Wow. Respect that. Okay? And my mother was the 13th. So if my great-grandmother back in the day would have said, well, I had 8. I think I'm going to start a reality show and let my life fall apart in front of the world. I wouldn't be here. My American grandparents, my grandpa dropped out of high school at 17. Started a family with my grandmother, who's now deceased, rest her soul. He dropped out at 17, started a family. Didn't have any problems keeping together. So a 52% divorce rate it's just excuses. It didn't work, it was too hard. After the whole wedding and reception thing, it just wasn't that fun anymore. Yeah. But, did want to point out something. Like I said, my grandmother had 13 kids. And they say that for a man, the equivalent to childbirth is pushing a tennis ball out your urethra. If any of you are unfamiliar with the term urethra, I shouldn't have to go there. We're in college. And I tried to imagine myself, and the only conclusion I could come to is I would die giving childbirth. The doctor would have came out of the thing and been like, I'm sorry to tell you, but the tennis ball killed your son. My mom would be crying. He just wanted to have a pen tennis ball. That's it. My dad would be like, let's go play a game of singles. Sweet baby. But another thing that just loses my hope in America, really, I'm an English major, so I enjoy stories. And, you know, walking around Millersville, I hear some good ones. You people talk about some weird stuff. I walked past this girl walking with her friend, and the only part of the story I caught was, then I left class and went to the bathroom. And I really could not figure out how the bathroom was a relevant part of the story. You know, like, did you fall in the toilet? You know, what if she let that out and her friend was like, wait, did you go to the bathroom? Why did you leave that out? Why is that relevant? It shouldn't be. It's not. But people tell people stuff because they're dumb. The things people say just drive me crazy. We were in class, and it's the new semester, and your teachers want you to all feel like you're friends, and you're not. So they have you do a stupid activity like writing your name down and something about yourself. And I can't believe I'm about to say this. A gentleman in my class elected to say that, and before I say this, I am not knocking religion. My name is Christian. Seriously. But he said, and I quote, "There are 3 things I really like to do. I like spending time with Jesus, climbing trees, and eating apple pie. And if I can do all 3 at the same time, that'd be just swell." And no one laughed. I'm sitting there like, wait, what? No one thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Just because you should never say it like that. If you're religious, that's really cool, and telling people you are, that's, right on, it's something you're into, it's part of your personality, rock on. But I would never imagine, a Muslim person to be like, wow, I love spending time with Allah. It's awesome. I would be like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's like saying you hang out, like, you and Jesus played chess together the other weekend, and he beat you 27 times, and you are too ignorant to realize that his dad rigged the game. You're never going to win. You are literally playing against the Son of God. Don't you get it? I'm a really heavy sleeper. And yes, this is part of what's wrong with America. Apparently, the other night, someone broke into our room. And when I say broke into our room, I mean some guy came in and slept in my roommate's bed. I kind of wish this didn't happen, but it did. And I didn't wake up. And my roommate came home and apparently got this intruder who happened to be our neighbor. Silly neighbors. He was like, man, you need to get out of my bed. This is, of course, his retelling because I was unconscious. I was over, 2 feet away in that walk-in closet, like. But he goes, man, get up. You're in the wrong room. And he's like, what? And he's like, dude, you're in my bed. Get up. Apparently they didn't fight, but it would have been pretty cool if they did. And he left without a problem. That's the end of that story. See? Violence doesn't solve anything. What else? What else? Oh. Another sign that our society's failing. Thank you. Feel free to clap whenever. Just another sign that our society's failing. 7 days ago, a popular artist by the name of Nicki Minaj released a song. And they told me I couldn't swear, so the title of the song is stupid gardening tool that rhymes with snow. You know, it's great to see an artist grow into autobiographical work. Seriously. All right, well, I had a great time. I hope you did too. On the last note, has anyone else noticed that it rains in Millersville from Tuesday to Thursday every week? Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and yeah, thank you.